Greetings there, my great constructors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle. Episode 3, Great Southern Wall. Arcane Facilities is done, and you guys want me to research bows. So I'm going to go into Quendi, which is the start of Elven bows, and probably, I'm going to pronounce everything wrong because I don't know it, and at Lacho Kalad, which is Galadrim elf bows. We won't have the materials for Rivendell bows, as they require us to be in a Malorn forest, which there is one nearby, but I'm not heading out there right now to get materials for that. I think all three people that have characters named here are now in chat. Tal, Crimson, and Shield are all here. Let's hope I am doing you justice. I'm surprised I'm not attacked yet. Oh, no, we killed one elf. I take that back. Cassandra Classic is really going... She ain't no Randy, that's for sure. Predictable, but slow. Sometimes. Map looks small? Yeah, it's a fog of war. The illuminated tiles is what we can actively see. The shadowy tiles is what we have seen at one point. And then everything beyond that is unknown. So we'll have work drive in 8 hours. Perfect. I know. Just one elf? It's not even a snack. It's upsetting. Especially given that, like, we're down to dried meat again. So what is there to hunt? Some gazelle? Reminds me to get some gazelle meat. With any luck, we'll get some recruiting opportunities here, too. Fingers crossed. So, reanalyzing this area here, I'll probably just put the gates here, closest to where we are, and not worry about the long stretch of the zone. I don't think it's likely, if I have this wall built, that attackers will run along the wall, giving me shots of opportunity. They're likely just to run straight here. So if they spawn here, let's say, they're just going to run straight there. So there's not real any point. The lich requirement is for conquest, but not excursions. Correct. So if I'm attacking settlements, I don't need a lich. The reason for that in lore is that Sauron wants to use the life force of this island to make an army of the undead. So Sauron does not want me to just kill a bunch of humans and elves and waste the opportunity to not raise them an army. So that's the reason for the rule of conquest requires a lich. Sort of a lore reason. Alright, work drive is ready. Nice. Work drove Shield again, because he's responsible for a lot of building. Work power. What does the growing season end? Okay. So Decemberary is not a growing season. So there should still be time to get more stuff sown and grown before then, I think. Also should start adding these external walls to home zones, because if they take damage, I want them to be maintained. Are there magic structures to explore in this world? None that we know about so far. Bad temperature in here. All right, let's fix that. That is slowing down my research rate. Stupid April-May. So with this wooden workbench, that can't make bows. Actually, where do I make these bows? Fueled smithy? Oh, or crafting spot. That's hilarious. A smithy or a crafting spot. Well, I'll craft spot them then. That's fine. Once I have the next Lacho Kalad research done. What to research next? So we have clothing and textiles. That would allow me to go into tailoring for like leather and flax and cloth. I could also do smithing. General armor smithing for orc armors and the like. We could do agriculture, I suppose I can also include. For food variety, for happiness. And then magic or other suggestions. Or orc gear. I'll also include orc gear. I don't mind wearing elven stuff, but I think Shield probably eventually wants his own stuff, not just borrowed from dead people. Or dying people. I'm going to fix the south gate and then start on the other two walls. Is there a version to Tainted Gear? Yes, there is. Slightly better shooting then. Okay, so we have some meat and we have some fine meals. I'll kick the fine meals up a little bit, make potentially up to 10. So with those done, let's go ahead and do a tree cut along this wall here and lay out the initial wall. So I have one gate there, goes all the way across, and obviously I don't have the materials for that entirely, so we're going to have to continue stone cutting. And then the slab door here. And then we'll get that one there. That will also have to be paired with some mining, not very much, but to allow a valid path around. Otherwise they'll make a path for themselves. And I don't want that. Oh, wow. That is... We hauled! The stone blocks are just all here. Likewise, it's probably going to be... Well, I'm not going to make it a home zone yet, but probably be the same sort of design up there. Allowing us to travel a much shorter distance to get to the edge of the map, but enemies will have to travel farther. So the minions look to be idle. There's just not much stuff for them to do. I think what I'm going to do is to start a limestone pile. Because there's uses for limestone either for art or for infusions. And that will keep the minions busy. The long wall is made of embrasures. That it is. Not over here, though. So I just made the mistake this way. Thank you. It's one of the advantages streamers have of an audience is when I'm stupid, you guys fix it. Lacha Clad is done. You guys wanted some beautiful tailoring. And I'm probably going to do both tailoring and protective clothing. I'll do both. So with Lacha Clad, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 Galadriel bows. But, you know, I'm gonna want some more bone. I'm not making it out of timber. I do realize that IRL bone bows wouldn't work all that well, but don't care. I want them. I guess if it was very fresh bones that were kept soft and malleable through magic, it would be possible. Why aren't you hauling them when they're dead? You just want to shoot. I don't blame you. Oh, we're getting attacked again. Good. Oh, you're not coming in with a bow? Ah, you're a geomancer. Well, hypothetically, that means we could capture you. So, reminder of the rules here. Just so that you know what I'm talking about. We are only allowed to bring in people to our army who are not empaths, druids, paladins, priests, bright mages, shaman, or monks. And everyone that joins must have skills worthy of note. What that means is essentially might or magic. So being a geomancer means it's a skill of note, and hypothetically, if we can capture that person, we can have them join. I think my best chance at not murdering them outright is going to be... Oh, you're attacking immediately. Is going to be to use Tal with the defensive pylons. Because I think if anyone else fights that elf, the elf is going to die. It depends on if they start using geomancy. So I'm going to have Crimson Rock and Arrow Storm to soften them up a little bit. You're killing minions, huh? See, I just missed everything. Oh, see, they're tough. They're tougher than I give them credit for. But oh, there we go. Now, no permanent wounds either. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You, sir, are going to be indoctrinated. Like you would not believe. Do you need gear? No, you don't. You get to be naked. Congratulations. This necklace, you know what? That necklace is better than the necklace I have. So I'm taking it. Ring of Tending? That sounds like I could heal you better. So I'm going to take that too. And then this Wanderer's Cloak. Is about the same as mine. Okie dokie. The other thing I'm going to want is I'm not going to have anyone purposely use tattered stuff or tainted stuff. And then, as far as armor, I want to be the one that put them on them. Same with jewelry. I don't want them to auto-equip armor or jewelry. I want to manage that myself. Oh god, there's so much armor that's not under the armor purview. Like, I would love or half-plate armor for the orc, even though it's maybe not necessarily stronger. But who cares? Gotta look right. Gotta have the right drip. Don't do any shields, don't do any boots besides metal boots or metal plates or metal gloves or magical equipment. Everything I'm just going to be managing myself. No utility, definitely no noble apparel. Okay, so no armor is going to be what that's called. And let's delete the others. So that's going to allow me to, like, force wear stuff. But unless I force wear it, it won't be worn. So this has a sharp of 70. Shield, what is yours currently? A sharp of 67, so let's trade up. This Wanderer's Cloak, I'm going to put on Crimson once he's awake. Did you get tended to? You have not. Well, Tal has your Ring of Tending, so... And you are going to be converted. I'm going to, you're not... Yeah, you're not, ideologically forced loyal. So, should we recruit the Geomancer? I'm assuming you guys are going to say yes, but, you know, it's a possibility you say no. I'll leave it up to you. Do we want this Geomancer? Creepy breather. It's too bad we can't cut your throat out. I think with annoying voice you can cut a tongue out and then they don't have an annoying voice anymore. If you're wondering about the DLCs here, I am just using ideology. Biotech wouldn't even really make sense because almost all of biotech is post-medieval. So you could have it enabled and it would do nothing, but no biotech. And no royalty. Shield, you're looking like kinda... I mean, you look awesome, but kinda goofy in that armor. It's clearly not meant for you. We'll put Psychoid here. Smoke Leaf here. Amomonacerium here. Amana Fruit. Cerium here. And Lembas corn here. The cotton obviously doesn't need to go into the kitchen. Alright, let's put a ingredient radius on that butchery so that Tal doesn't have to go run out to the middle of nowhere. Angmar's stash of goodies. Don't need that. we going to cool the kitchen? The passive coolers would allow the cooking table to cook a little bit faster, I suppose. But we don't use the cooking table near enough to probably warrant the cost of keeping one fueled. And it's not going to slow down the rate of rot. So the answer is kind of no. Should the Geomancer be a member or a slave? Also, at this point, I could probably do fur beds. Because I have a lot of leather. It lapsed my mind that that would be something that I should do. These have a rest effectiveness much higher than the base. Well, actually, not that much higher. But they're more comfortable, I think. Comfort 80, and then the wicker is comfort. No, about the same, actually. They look better, though. What is a Geomancer? I don't know what his innate abilities are. I'd have to recruit him to know. But I can read it what... Oh, actually, no, that's not true. So Earth Sprites, which improves soil to become more fertile. Sentinels, which are like gargoyles. They are stone, and they stand guard, and they activate. Encase, which is surrounding a target with stone. And Stone Skin, which is like magic armor, I guess would be the TLDR. Right, one more minute to vote in that poll. We'll get one of the fur beds down there for him. It seems like he's going to join. I just don't know what kind of member he'll be. Alright, at this point, we are just out of cut granite. But Crimson's working on it. Good. And Geomancer's going to become a member. So first, they have to convert. That is a requirement. So converting them off of the Fomari Forest. And, conversion rituals will be run by Crimson, although Crimson's not all that convincing, given that most people don't listen to orcs or goblins. I think that's pretty fair. I could have Crimson wear some of the social impact clothing, though. That wouldn't be out of the question. So Crimson, let's have you wear the necklace and the ring. You will wear the bling. And let's do that. Okay. 40%. Fomari Forest. Tailoring is done. Let's get protective clothing. The first thing I really want to tailor will be a quiver for Crimson. Also, I owe Crimson the bow, which I still don't have the materials for. So we're missing the wood and the gold. Real question is, I don't think I know where any surface gold is. So that might have to wait until surface gold is revealed. So actually, let's make Merc wood elf bow. So the Merc wood elf bow is just regular wood, and I'll make it out of bone instead, because Crimson is bloodlust. I think that makes sense. Who are we hunting for that? There's still a gazelle, and then maybe some yaks. And then for the quiver itself, we're going to want a tailor bench, and I'm okay with a wooden tailor bench, not a bone one. So we'll get a shield to make that as well. Man, that magic missile turret really tooled you up. Ah, we have some visitors. More Mordor orcs and orc archers. I hope they're happy with our progress. Are you wearing the Sylvan armor? I'm pretty sure the no armor... I must have missed it. God. There's so much armor in this mod pack, it's really hard to not... to get rid of it all as potential to be worn. And hopefully that's enough bone. Oh, Shield's the one making it? Dang it. That's my fault. Make it with Tal. I think I'm 1 bone shy of what I need. I think I have 59 out of 60. But there's a yak to kill, so we'll slay the yak and get what we need. You love the intimidating butchering? Yes. Well, you know, we don't have a prison, so just have to deal. Hey, Tal. Sorry to wake you in the middle of the night, but there's a chance to get rid of junk we don't need and then to buy the magicite we do. Cool. Magicite's one of those things that we'll end up getting like a lot of as we get an arcane forge. So I'm not too worried about that. Speaking of which, what to research after protective clothing is done. The southern wall is about half done. And then we just have the northern wall. Easier said than done. I also might want just like initial gates as well to keep potential animal hunters out. Tal, I'm not entirely sure where your shirt went. We do have enough bone for the bow. So finally, getting the bow. And then Tal will make a regular wood bow for himself, rather than a short bow. Suppose that makes sense. Here, keep eating that fat. I'm sure you will absolutely love the food variety that orcs and goblins offer you. Where are you? Oh, you're hunting yak. Wow, ocean yak. You don't see that very often. Nice. It's just a little bit more damage than a short bow, not by much. Uncertainty's already down to 34%. We're pretty persuasive. Crimson on a minor break. Ain't without a table, ratty apparel, soaking wet. And the other thing is goblins really don't like impressive dining rooms, or bedrooms for that matter. the nastier and filthier it is, the happier they are. At some point, if it becomes a mood issue, it might make sense to zone Crimson to his own facilities and to have 2 separate zones, one for the ascetics and goblins and one for the non-ascetics and non-goblins. It's not something I'm going to worry about initially because, like, I don't think it's going to be a big deal for now to keep him happy. But if it does become an issue, we'll have to solve that. So it's something to keep an eye on, for sure. Smoke leaf getting harvested. Oh, wow, we have a lot of smoke leaf. Let's not sow that right now. It's a poor use of your time, I think. Then Crimson, grab the Mirkwood bow. Tal, make a new one. Need more goblin friends? Yeah, it's gonna be challenging to get goblins though. We're gonna have to, like, if trade caravans that have slaves show up, it's possible to buy them. But obviously we're not capturing goblins from anyone. So filling up a goblin population is actually rather difficult as a result. Unless they ask to be rescued. There's a non-zero chance of that. Man, these Mirkwood bows are just, like, not great. So their damage is lower. Their aim time and range cooldown is 0.8, 0.6. Are they even better? Yeah. Okay, they fire a lot faster. What is their range? 38. So the range is a lot more than a short bow. It just does less damage. So it's like rapid fire, but short damage. Got it. Alright. Shield's starting to become a blade master. To even be more dangerous as a bladesman. Crimson has 1 point in bow training as well. Saving up for more. And then Tal here is trying to save up for summon elemental. It's expensive though. Maybe it's not a yak, it's a water buffalo. Good point. Cougar Revenge. What? Oh, come on. That's not even me. And I get blamed. Stupid Dark Lord. Well, hey, it's my silver now. And also, we'll eat you for being stupid and dying. In fact, I'm going to rip your skull out, too. Making me lose a rep with Sauron. Unbelievable. Oh! Direwolf is hunting shield for food. Good luck with that? Hey, Crimson, you want to practice? A little target practice on the direwolf that doesn't know its place? Don't nibble me. You'll regret that. Nope. Already regret it. Next research seems like it's going to be smithing. Got it. We do have quivers, and I didn't actually equip them just yet. Putting them on. You don't need bed rest. Back to work. So protective clothing will give us boots and gloves, which makes us move faster and work faster and shoot more accurately, which is going to be really useful to try to get more projects done. I haven't really transitioned over to the new beds. I really ought to do that. I built them and just like left them out in the rain. We were moisturizing them. Yeah, we'll go with that. But Tal doesn't particularly enjoy his bunkmates. It's also a really nasty barracks, but until we vote on building a bedroom, that's the best we can do. So down to 28%. Crimson is getting the raw cotton. So for that, we're also going to need to spin it. Which, just because we have tailoring doesn't necessarily mean we know how to spin. So textile spinning is another thing that we're going to want in order to get this to be proper spun cotton. But at the very least, we can store it for now, and then spin it once we have textile spinning. So maybe we'll do textile spinning before we get smithing, as it's part of the tailoring that was voted on. Old school waterbeds? Yeah, I guess. Technically, yeah. Just very strange waterbeds. And this wall's almost done. It's a big project. Should I continue building walls or do something else? Because I've been working on it a while, I just wanted to ask. Meteorite of compacted steel. Well, that's just strange. But okay. Thank you from above. I'm assuming that was Sauron. Firing something out of a volcano at us. But hey, it's useful. So direwolf. Oh, that's direboar. Dare. I'm gonna take some of the nicer pelts off of leather production, so that we can make nicer things out of them. Where is Dire? I'm apparently blind. Rocks should be out of there as well. Huge scale, probably out. Somehow or another I don't see dire wolves. But what I want to do is just a drying rack for them instead. There we go. Initially we needed the leather, but now we can have nicer hides. The southern wall is done. And it seems to me like you guys want me to continue walls, so I'll start working on the northern wall. The beach wall. Something like that will do. It's expensive, but it's one of those, like, only really need to build it once, and then it's done. Huge investment, but huge benefit. The mining path has already gotten drilled out, as you can see. So there's a valid path around it too. So with Crimson's primary farming done, that means Crimson's helping with the stone cutting, which will help Shield get more of the wall built. It's weird, the minions are so small, when they halt chunks, it looks like a floating chunk. Which is kind of hilarious. Would the direwolf fall into huge? Let's see. Processes. Go back to that. It's not a timberwolf. I don't see dire here. Medium. I don't want rugs yet. Dire boar. I'm blind or it's missing? Probably don't want Thrumbo going through there either. You think it's the last one? Huge, thick? Well, let's just not... Any of the huge hides, we just won't put in. Except for, well, even bird skin. And then we'll just make a judgment call. Human skin's fine. It's after small, is it? Oh, and you... Okay, it's at the bottom. Oh, nice. Nice alphabetizing. I love it. Thank you, game, for making my head spin there. Let's see. Huge hides are fine. Muffalo. Yeah. Huge soft, huge thick. Okay. We'll just try to replicate that. Yeah, it's one of those... It's probably not going to be all that relevant constantly, because not everything... It only really has to be relevant to the things we're currently hunting on this map tile, but there we go. I just didn't want the dire wolf becoming anything but its own hide. Its own specific hide leather is tougher. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, which originally streamed live on Twitch, January 14th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Tolfalas.